welcome back here on another episode of Where Have You Been Lately? Dan Olson and I are sitting here in the beautiful Reading Diner in the Boyertown Museum of Historic Vehicles.
So where have you been lately, Kendra?
Where have I been lately?
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat.
Are you? I'm not quite on the edge, but I'm getting there.
Okay.
I wanted to visit, originally, what I wanted to do was visit a former vehicle manufacturing site. I had a particular one in mind that we were kind of talking about. It was brought on by a question that a visitor asked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
but
right. Okay.
We've had a lot of snow lately, and that's kind of those plans.
You got snowed out.
I did. So, but I found another place of manufacturing site. So if you are familiar with Wheels Along the Road, which is a show that Dan and I do for Berks Community Television, and for a long time.
Forever.
To put it nicely, forever. You may have, if you're a fan of them and you watch us on there, you may remember us talking from time to time, talking about Light, the Light, we're going to just say company for right now, of Pottstown. Because, and I say just the Light company because sometimes it's the Light bicycle company, sometimes it's the Light manufacturing company, and sometimes they're like a big octopus sitting over in Pottstown, and they just had their tentacles, I think, in everything, manufacturing wise at some point in Pottstown. That's what it seems like, because the name always comes up very often. And actually recently on that show back in July of 2020, so not too long ago for when we're filming this, I talked a lot about the Mayo Damper Company. And both of these companies, they built bicycles, we know. They did both build motorcycles as well. Mayo Damper, not sure how many they actually built. They're a much smaller company. Light built a good number, at least. You'll see the Flying Merkle name. For some time, the Merkles were built in Pottstown. Anyway, that's why they're very confusing. And the Light company is confusing because it's this giant octopus, like I said, with its tentacles and everything. And then Chadwick cars too. They were building parts for Chadwick cars. And their plant was very large. It spanned South Washington to South Adams Street in Pottstown. If you're a local, you'll know that as the Doler Jarvis plant. Huge. I mean, it's a big place. And they even built steam cars there for at least two for a few years. So Mayo Damper is confusing because it's really kind of shrouded in mystery to us. So on August 10th, 1895, Reading Eagle article says that the Mayo Damper Company will move into a building, quote, vacated by the Light Cycle Company on Union Alley. Wish them success. Well, that got us thinking, where was that? And where is Union Alley in Pottstown? Well, if you go on Google Maps and look for Union Alley, it's there and it spans a couple blocks, but then there's another Union Alley that runs perpendicular to it. So we weren't really sure what this meant.
Probably near Moore, Pennsylvania.
Probably near Moore, Pennsylvania. And what was the other one? There was another weird one too we were talking about that we couldn't find. Yes, exactly. See? That one.
The Williamsport, that place.
Oh, yeah. Montgomery, PA.
Yeah,
Up in William. That's another mystery to us. Anyway, so where on Union Alley? Because I just said where the Light Cycle Company was, the former Doler Jarvis. And I've seen Light be associated with a High Street address or a Franklin Street when it was early in its history. Before it was into manufacturing, it was a stationary business. There's another address for that. But this Union Alley thing, I had no idea. So, Autumn Jackson, who's our curatorial assistant here, her and I went on a trip through Pottstown and we drove Union Alley to try to find this location. And look for something that looked like it could be an old factory building. And this is what we found. You'll see here, this is the building. It's kind of at Union Alley and York Street. So, and actually, we'll get to York Street in a little bit. That comes up, and it's a lot easier to find that way. This says that it is the old Light Foundry. So now Light has a foundry in this little building here, which apparently, according to the Reading Eagle, was where they also built bicycles. So, but there's no mention of bicycles anywhere on this building. But I assume that this is it. It's Union Alley. You'll see there's a sign there that says the Light Foundry Associates helped restore this building. I tried finding them and seeing what they were about, because it says they did that in 1985. Well, Light was long gone by then, not operating business anymore. An old address puts them at 546 East High Street. It's a home, it looks like a home. And that's near the Pottstown Library, which kind of fits. That's the area of what we're talking about here with Light. So in 1985, it was refitted and it became townhomes. So that's what we're looking at now. A converted factory into these kind of townhome condo things. Now there's a plaque there too. You'll see that it says it's on the National Register of Historic Places. But now here's another mystery. As I went on the Department of Interior's database, and I can't find this building listed. But they have a plaque. I mean, they don't just give those plaques to anybody.
Mystery.
So that's weird. I think it might be part of Pottstown Historic District, which is there's a couple actually. Pottstown Historic District's on the National Register of Historic Places. So I'm assuming it maybe fits into one of those. But then I found through a real estate site, finding places to live, I could get some photos of the interior as it looks today. So that's what you're seeing now. You can see all the brick, that's the thing too. They redo these old factories and they have the cool brickwork and everything and the beams. So that's what you're seeing now. If you go on the real estate site, it says it's a York Street address, which would have been an immense help when we were trying to find this place instead of driving all the Union alleys in Pottstown. So that's it. It's a really cool looking building. It's neat that it was saved and not torn down, that they're doing something with it. And honestly, this just really opened up more questions about Light and their involvement. And I enjoy researching the Light company, but I almost regret it every time I start, because it just, it goes into more and more. Like I said, I had never seen this address listed with them previous. I've seen the Doler Jarvis and that stationery store and other things in that area of that 546 High Street, but not this. So it's just adding to the Light company confusion. And that's where I've been lately. I've been trying to track down the site of some early vehicle manufacturing, and hopefully I'll do that again next time when the snow eases. I got another one on my radar.
This building you're talking about is not that big of a building, am I correct?
No, it's not big at all.
Maybe 3 stories. And
yeah, it's not big, and that's the other thing too. It's, for all that Light did, it's too small for them.
I've seen it, and it's like at an intersection, right? And I remember stopping at the stop sign, and I'm thinking,
what?
Yeah, I expect.
What do they do here? But the sign says Foundry.
Yeah.
The sign that's on the building now. The Reading Eagle article from 1895 says that this was for the Light Cycle Company. Why would a cycle company need a foundry? Unless this company that used it, Mayo Damper, which built bicycles, and which I think is somehow related to Light, even though I can't find definitive proof of that yet. When Mayo Damper moved out, did Light Cycle take it back? And then it did become a foundry, but it's very confusing. That's the moral of the story with Light. Anything.
It is. Because I know I've been researching off and on about Light. And I thought I found a good connection between things, and then you find out, no, it isn't the connection.
Yeah.
And it's just like, light was done, they moved out, and somebody else moved back in. But I thought it was the same whatever.
It is so
just gets
confusing.
Yeah. But it's fun.
We could do a whole thing of Pottstown and just light-related things.
Yeah.
That would take us a while.
And we have stuff in here that's light-related.
Yep. It's confusing.
I mean, we got a bicycle, and then we have an engine.
Yep.
There's
Who knows what else?
Two different
They
things.
have their fingers in everything.
Yeah.
Even stationary at the beginning, which is so totally random.
It could be a stationary bike for exercise.
There you go. I bet they didn't think of that.
No.
They should have had us as advertising gurus for that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where I've been lately.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So join us next time. We'll find another interesting spot in Pennsylvania that you can check out as you drive through. And until then, happy motoring. Hope we see you at the museum. Tune into our YouTube page and check out all the cool content that we have on here. We have quite a bit, so I'm sure you'll find something that you like. So until then, see you next time.